Hello, friends. Today we are here with Mounzer Aylouche from MassHousing. Mounzer is the Vice President of Homeownership Programs. It's nice to have him here today. As you know, the debate these days in regards to home ownership, finding people, a good place to live, and helping them. A lot of people have lots of questions. So it's nice that you've joined us here in the city of Everett. I have a list of questions I'm going to ask you, but I wanted just to start first and just maybe just tell the residents who you are, what MassHousing does for residents, and we'll get into the questions.
Would love to. Thank you very much for having me. This is a great opportunity for us to help the citizens of your great city. MassHousing is a state agency, is a quasi-state agency established in 1966 by the legislature. Quasi-state agency means it's an independent agency, self-sufficient, self-funded. Our mission is to promote and sustain and maintain affordable housing in the great Commonwealth of Massachusetts. We are referred to as the State Affordable Housing Bank. We're not a direct lender when it comes to home ownership. We rely on a network of approved lending institutions that do business with us, but we play a variety of roles, one of them being the manufacturer of money.
Okay.
That manufacturing part of it creates liquidity in the marketplace, in the Commonwealth's marketplace, for low and moderate income individuals to access credit through our programs.
So we're talking about residents who normally can't get a mortgage from a local bank. So I go to a local bank. I want to buy a home in the city, right? The home in Everett today could be a two-family, could be $700,000.
Yep.
Local bank, I don't meet the requirements for lending from a local bank.
So you have to meet some underwriting requirements, but where we specialize in a income level that's not being served very well in the marketplace. So for example, today, if your income is in Middlesex County here is $145,530.
Is that combined family income?
The gross income.
That's very high for every resident.
Very high, very high.
So most of our residents don't make that combined.
Exactly, but that's the upper limit.
That's the upper limit.
Limit.
Okay, all right.
So what we calculate on a yearly basis, Massachusetts being a high cost state,
right,
we adjust our income limits on a yearly basis. So this year, that dollar amount, 145,000 and change, is the maximum amount of income we will allow under our program.
Okay, so maximum allowed under your program. You make more than that, you can't go through MassHousing.
You can't go through MassHousing.
What's the lowest amount of money? Is there a lowest amount of money that a family could be making today to qualify for a loan to buy a home?
It's a tricky question.
Okay,
Let me tell you why. The lowest amount of money is whatever you can handle for a mortgage. In today's world, the high prices of homes require a decent income, a stable income, but we realize that gap, that people today are not able to get into home ownership because of A, lack of supply, and B, most importantly, the inflated price of homes.
Right.
So what we do is
the demand is so high right now.
The demand
is so high for housing.
Which is a good thing to have. I mean,
it's good, but the supply is so low.
Supply is so low. So what is causing in the marketplace is the hardworking families who have moderate incomes
again being
displaced, being pushed away, or having to defer the decision of buying a home 3, 4, 5 years. And that's not good for us, because by creating home ownership, we establish very good communities, we establish good neighborhoods, we establish good future for families. And that's MassHousing's mission. And that's where we focus on the low moderate income individual, and we want to make sure that we are here to provide them with a safe, sound, and affordable mortgage product.
Now, here's a question for you that's not on my list here.
That's fine.
I really probably don't need a list of questions to ask someone.
I know you don't.
Right.
I know you don't.
Has MassHousing ever worked with the city? So it seems like a lot of people come in to build these days are looking to build just apartments, right?
Yeah.
Rental apartments. It's seems like they know that people can't find homes, right? Because the supply is so low. So they're buying properties, building rental apartments. nobody wants to build condos, right?
Yeah.
Though if they built condos, they probably would sell,
Yeah.
especially if they were, 700-800 square foot condos in the city of Everett, and a nice area, a lot of home ownership. Has MassHousing ever partnered with a city to do a project like that? Because you can't get a developer to do it, because they won't do it.
Two ways, directly and indirectly. Indirectly, we're always present at your service, making sure that developers who have the intention to come in and put affordable housing in your great city know that MassHousing's financing is the most lucrative and the most attractive in the
Well,
marketplace.
say the city wanted to just take a parcel of land, undeveloped area, and want to get into the development of housing, first-time homeowner condos for residents. Has that ever been done?
It has been done. It has been done, but maybe not directly as you and I may think about it.
Yeah.
It may not be as
Maybe through a
as
redevelopment
easy.
authority agency?
Exactly. So there are a lot of layers to that transaction, with the understanding that MassHousing is the financing engine. So
Okay.
however we structure that transaction, knowing that MassHousing, being a bonding authority, is the manufacturer of those funds, is the great resource for your city, for yourself, and your community development area.
So we're gonna put this all on Facebook. We're gonna tape, we're taping this now. We're gonna put it on there. If someone wanted to get more information on all the programs that MassHousing offers, someone that's been looking for a home, and they don't really have to buy a home in Everett, right? They could
Anywhere in the Commonwealth.
Anywhere in the Commonwealth. So there could be. I don't want to lose anyone, but I do understand prices in Everett right now are extremely very high for homes. So there are families and friends of mine that live in the city. Lots of friends of mine that live in the city here that would love to own a home. Is there like a website? Is it masshousing.com or?
It's www.masshousing.com/homeownership. And the phone number is 1-888-843-6432. We have a team of professionals whose mission is to help and guide citizens in the Commonwealth who's looking to become homeowners. We also provide a wealth of information on that website, videos about success stories, which
Good.
I really, really enjoy.
All right.
Product information, material, and a guide, if I may show this to you.
Yes.
We developed this beautiful brochure to guide people. We called it the 10 Steps to Home Ownership.
10 steps of buying a home.
Buying a home. It is one of those very simple, very common sense steps that you have to take in order to become a homeowner. We always advise the home buyer education piece, which thank you for your support and your assistance through your offices here. We're doing great work with home buyer education. We also educate individuals, and we give them certificate, which is a requirement for our mortgage products. And then they can get in touch with one of our approved mortgage lenders, so they can go directly through that lender and apply for the MassHousing mortgage.
How about someone who, we have a home program here in the city where people apply to get funds to renovate their properties.
Yes.
It's part of a consortium with the city of Malden.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes there's not enough funding to go around. Is that a tool? Is that something that MassHousing does too?
Yeah.
If people,
Yeah, yes,
you wanna-
it is. So that is a program, if you qualify for it, using the same incomes that I discussed. It's a renovation type of loan. So
Okay.
you're acquiring the property, but you're borrowing more money to enhance it. Let me give you an example. Today, say you found a single family dwelling at $350,000 and it needs a new kitchen. And you want to sink in $50,000 in it. That makes the value, if it's dollar for dollar, hopefully when finished, it's $400,000.
right?
MassHousing will finance 75% of that finished value. So 75% of that $400,000, there's your $300,000 loan.
Yeah.
So what we created with the situation is acquiring the property, bringing it up to par, if you would, renovating it, make it look better, feel better, and we're financing that cost through an approved lender. So that is a program available today through MassHousing.
So people who are looking at MassHousing, if they know their credit scores, if they have all their history, they can go on to the website. Pretty much, is it easy website to navigate?
It's a very easy website
Yeah.
to navigate. It flows very logically. It's very easy. But the best part of it, it has tremendous amount of resources. You can click on all the providers of home buyer education. You can click on all the approved mass housing lenders. So you could choose one of those lenders and initiate the mortgage application process through them. In general, what we're seeing today in the marketplace is a tremendous utilization of our down payment assistance loan.
Okay.
Because what you and I just discussed about the cost of housing and,
Right.
and that big gap between the selling price of a home and what an individual has in their pocket, we're always coming short. So last March, we developed a down payment assistance program where
Right, because people are working, they're making money, they're paying their high rents, like
Yeah.
$2,000,
Yeah,
$2,500 a
$2,000,
month,
yeah.
but they don't have that
They don't
money
have that
saved up
extra.
for down
Yeah.
payment, because they have the good credit, they have the jobs,
Yeah.
both spouses or
Exactly.
members are working.
And the biggest misconception, Mr. Mayor, is today people think that you have to have 20% down payment.
I thought you had to, no?
Absolutely. Not with
Drew-
mass housing.
Not with mass
Not
housing.
with mass housing.
Oh, that's good.
Mass
That's
housing.
actually
Yeah.
it's probably a big thing right there
It's
for
a huge
people to
thing.
know that,
It's a huge thing.
yeah, they go through if they don't have the down payment
Yeah.
for conventional loans through the bank,
Mm-hmm.
but they have the good credit, they have they have the income,
Correct.
that you have this.
We have the down payment assistance loan where if they qualify for that down payment assistance loans, which the income is a little bit different from what I quoted. The maximum income of the applicants cannot exceed $107,800.
Cannot exceed?
Cannot exceed. It could be much less.
Okay, that's good.
And we're seeing that
Good, I
coming
guess.
in at less. But what it offers a 3% or $12,000 maximum is a true down payment assistance, but in a form of loan that's fully amortizing at 15 years with a 1% interest rate.
Wow.
So the impact on the payment on a monthly basis is very limited. But what it does, it creates that opportunity for someone to say, yes, I can be a homeowner with mass housing down payment assistance. So mass housing in this situation will finance 97% of the purchase price,
Yep.
3% on top of that, and if the borrower qualifies through your city, through the consortium, they may get an additional assistance on top of it. So we've seen great success stories with this program. People got into home ownership with very, very limited amount of cash out of pocket, because we want to see them save that cash. They're gonna need to buy the curtains, the lawnmower, maybe the 60-inch TV.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So all of these expenses will surface day one after you close. So it's important for people to put money aside and manage their budgets accordingly, because home ownership is a big responsibility. It's a wonderful thing,
Yeah.
but it's you and I know. I
Yeah,
mean,
oh, yeah.
It's when the boiler
Right.
goes crazy at night, someone has to fix it.
Yeah,
So-
it's a huge responsibility. But I'm glad that there is programs like Mass Housing out there
Thank
to
you.
help residents.
Thank you.
So if you're out there and you've been, looking at home ownership, Mounzer for Mass Housing, share that website again. I'm sure we'll scroll the website
Sure,
again. But
it's www.masshousing.com/home ownership. If I may,
Yes.
As we're approaching Veterans Day,
Yes.
On behalf of Mass Housing and all the team at Mass Housing, we want to salute and thank our veterans for their service,
Absolutely.
and also active duty members, and let them know that Mass Housing has on its books a program that is an unbelievably powerful program designed specifically for our active service members, veterans, reservists, and Gold Star family members.
Nice.
The program is called the Operation Welcome Home. Operation Welcome Home is 100% financing for single families and condominiums, similar to what I discussed with the down payment assistance program. That is also carries a benefit of $2,500 in closing cost credit.
Oh, wow, that's great.
So literally, a veteran, a reservist, an active duty member can benefit from the Operation Welcome Home as long as they're buying in the great Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and they can get into home ownership without any cost, literally without any cost. Sometimes maybe a few dollars here and there based on the closing cost, but we cover that up to $2,500.
Oh, great, great. So I want to make this as short but as informative as possible so people watch the whole thing.
Sure.
So MassHousing, I'm sure they can just throw that in their Google
Yep.
search and it'll come up and they can
Yep.
get all the information they need. I want to thank you for coming
Thank
here
you.
today, taking your time to come to the city of Everett, and we hope that this PSA helps as many residents as possible. And please share it with friends and other communities who are looking for assistance, because the best thing we can do for anybody is provide a home, a roof for all our residents. So thank you very much
Thank
for
you,
being
Mr.
here.
Mayor.
It's a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to see you
Thank
again.
you. Always
I
a
think
pleasure.
I think your hair looks better than mine.
No,
Not too many people have.
I'm
hair
in
as
your
good as
town.
mine,
Your
but-
your hair looks better.
Well, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you to everyone who tuned in.